Hey Leia, I thought I would make a bass lesson for you of this line that's just really cool to play. Kind of every bass player learns it. And there's probably a handful of ways to play it, but I'm going to show you the way I like to play it. And it's probably pretty common the way I like to play it. There's kind of ways to navigate the bass neck using the right fingers, and also making some choices of moving laterally, like playing sports. Like, when do I move laterally, and where, and why, anyway, this is for you. I hope you and your family are doing well. Hey Rube, you're next. I just thought I would make this for you as something that maybe you can try to practice. And I'm only going to play the first part of it. If you get this together, I'll show you the next part of it, which is even cooler than the intro part, to be honest, because when it gets to the chorus, this song is just sweet, and it's a heavy, heavy music lesson in kind of playing what we call chromatically and just being funky. So here we go. I Want You Back by the Jackson 5. The first note you're going to play is on the 6th fret. And remember, these are place markers. When you see these dots, all you have to do is memorize 3, 5, 7, 9, 12. Just memorize that. That way, if I need to get to the 2nd fret, I don't start counting. I just look at the dots. Oh, I'm at the 2nd fret. If I need to get to the 10th fret, I look for the 9, 3, 5, 7, 9. Now I'm at the 10th fret. You see how fast you can get there? 6th fret, 8th fret, 5th fret, 3rd fret, 1st fret. So that's what we use them for, just to kind of navigate really quickly. And they're even more involved than that, but I'll explain that in another lesson. How they also have they can be very helpful with music theory as well. Okay, so we got the dots out of the way. First note, 6th fret, 3, 5, 6, 2nd string. That's all you got to play. Song's over. Lesson done. See ya. Just kidding. We're going to go like this. It's going to be our first finger, and I want you to really try hard to pay attention and use the correct finger. I'm going to adjust this so you can see it as well. I got a little out of whack here. It's been a little bit of a challenge to set this all up in my office with my big bird sign behind me that I wish you could see, because I love that sign. I had to track all over the city to find those letters. Anyway, maybe I'll send you a picture of it. So here we go. 6, right? Now we're going to take our 2nd finger and we're going to go up to the 9th fret, and we're going to play 2nd finger, now 10th fret with our 3rd finger, right? Now we're going to go to the 8th fret on the 1st string, and now with our 1st finger, and now we're going to use our 3rd finger to the 10th fret. So right there, you've just got this action. And this little run right here, any bass player is going to use this one idea. We will use this idea a million times. So this alone is something cool to practice. You can hear me just using it. So that's how the first line goes. So we're going to play that nice and slow. Now we're going to go right back down to the 1st string on the 6th fret. So let's just practice that together. And you could do that one idea like 20 times. Okay, now after that, when we finish here at the 6th fret on the 1st string, right, you're going to, with your pinky, you're going to come to the 8th fret with your pinky. So after you finish here, right here, you're going to go to the 8th fret on the 2nd string, and you're going to play 8. Right, now we're going to go up onto the 1st string, we're going to play the 5th fret, 6th fret. Now we're going to slide up and walk 4 fingers in a row. It's going to be 7, 8, 9, 10. So let's just do that part again. It's going to be. And I would love to be telling you the names of these notes, but I think it's probably better now that we just talk frets. And when we see each other, I'll make sure you understand what the key that this baby's in, and all the note choices and what they mean. So, but again, that second half is going to just be 8th fret on the 2nd string, and then 5th fret with our 1st finger, and then 2nd finger to the 6th fret. Now we're going to slide our 1st finger up to the 7th fret and go 1, 2, 3, 4 in a row. So that's 7, 8, 9, 10. That can be practiced a million times. Whoops. I might even loop these kind of things. And you know, I think you know about looping, but the idea for me would be I'd just make a song out of that idea. That's how you get really good, is just by taking ideas and just circling around on them, okay? Anyway, where we go after that? Da-da-da-da. Oh, yeah. Then you just take your pinky where you finished, and hopefully you can see in this second camera here, and you just move it still on the 8th fret up to the 2nd string, and now the pinky's just going to stay there again. And when I grip with my pinky, I tend to grip with all my fingers. It's not just your pinky. Your pinky's playing the note, but really watch. You see how my other fingers they're not like this. They're not off the fretboard. They're just, I kind of am using my whole hand to play, squeezing all fingers around my pinky. So now here we have, it's 10th fret on the 1st string with the pinky, 10th fret on the 2nd string with the pinky. Now we're going to slide up with that pinky again to the 11th fret on the 2nd string, right? And then we're going to go 11th fret again. So you have that 11th fret again, and now we're going to play the 8th fret with our 1st finger on the 2nd string. And now we're going to play the 8th fret with our 1st finger again. And of course, don't mind my technique. When you see me coming off the fretboard like this, I'm just trying to show you the note. I would never play like this because it would really slow me down if I was in a hurry. So I'm going to always have all my fingers over the fretboard if I can help it, and as close to the strings as possible. But those last two notes are 8, 8, and we're going to go back to the original note that we began on, which was the 6. So I'm going to play the whole thing for you now, kind of slowly, but just so you can kind of see it, and I'll see if I can do it in a way where I'm calling it out and just go all the way through it. There's a chance I could make a mistake here. Here we go. So 6th fret, 2nd string. We go up to the 9th with our 2nd finger, 10th, 1st finger. Here we go. Remember that? And then we come back to that 6. Now we put our pinky down, and this is now the 8th fret on the 2nd string. Remember, we walked up 1, 2, 3, 4. Pinky goes on right where it's at, just goes up 1 string toward the sky on the 2nd string at the 10th fret. Now it slides up to the 11th fret, and now it jumps up onto the 3rd string, onto the A string at the 11th fret as well. And then we're going to play that 8, which is on the 2nd string, 8 again, and we're going to jump back to the 6th. And let me do that with better technique. Ooh, that's smoking. Check that out again. I'll do it again for you. This is probably like kind of almost at tempo. 1, 2, 2. I clammed that. I got to get that better. So this is probably at tempo. Something like that, right? And I just think this is a great thing for you to practice. Just these little chromatic runs, right? That stuff is just, and little riffs with some quick, what we call lateral movement, like an athlete. You got to jump to that note. And we could do it differently. We could play it up higher. But I think that helps us to get our pinky down. It makes this next run really easy to play. That's one of the reasons we call it finger logic or fretboard logic, where you kind of, it's like playing sports. You never really want to make a move without thinking about the next move. It's really important. Gosh, that's probably like metaphor for life. Who knows? I hope you got something out of this. And if you have any questions, you can feel free to email me or reach out. And you can even leave a comment if you want. And once you get this working, I'll send you the other part soon, okay? Be well, my friend. You and your family. Bye.